Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us on another episode of the Zeck Experience with Zeck Ford. As always, I'm Whitney Packenham here to interview today Mike Amaral, one of our sales managers on the floor. He's going to walk us through how he started, kind of the sales process, and what to expect. Thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Absolutely.
I know you pretty well, but if you wouldn't mind kind of giving a short introduction on you and how you got here.
Absolutely. Hello, guys. Mike Amaral here. I've been at Zeck Ford roughly about 7.5 years, going on 8, I believe it is. Previously, I was at Genesis for quite some time, helping out our community as far as physical fitness. And then eventually, Mr. Matt Souther and Derek Zeck got gym memberships and kind of lobbied for a little bit and said that car business world is the world to be in. So
They suckered us in.
They did. You think you'd be here for a couple of years, then they kind of time flies, and here you are. So eventually, I took their advice, did a little interview with a couple of managers at that time, and then ended up with another manager being a buying manager and doing that about 2.5 years. And then eventually, the sales manager at the time kind of convinced me to go into sales and leave that department. So I did that, and then did about 4 or 5 years there, and then here we are being a sales manager. So it's been quite the ride.
Yeah, we both have kind of been all over the place here, but
yeah, at one time you were my boss.
Yeah,
for a few months. So yeah.
Let's be honest, I'm everyone's boss.
It's true. Yes.
So now you're on the floor as one of our sales managers, helping the guys pretty much go through all their daily activities, closing deals. Can you kind of go over what a customer would expect walking through their front door from their first visit?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing we want everybody to feel is like they're at home whenever they're buying a car, to an extent that when you walk in, you're not necessarily another dealership. We don't wear suits and ties and all that good stuff. It's more or less casual. So the feeling of actually buying a car is a lot less stressful here than it would be somewhere else. And then eventually you'll get with one of our guys. They'll kind of go with how we do business, try to figure out what kind of car, try to get to know you beyond just trying to sell you a car. And then from there, you'll speak with myself or another manager. We kind of like to introduce ourselves, make sure everybody's involved, and pretty much put all of our resources and minds together to do what's best for you as a customer, and then get you to find the right car for you and hopefully see you drive off in it.
So when you were on the floor, you were someone who generated probably most of their referral repeat business. What about Zeck Ford makes you want to tell your friends and family to come here?
I think the biggest thing, if we're kind of being salesy, be the transparency of going to a place where you know that at least you're going to be told the truth from start to finish on every detail. If it's the personal side, it's buying a car from somebody you know and trust and have known for quite some time. Most of the repeat referrals have been, they kind of start locally, they kind of branch out. I mean, if you've driven anywhere from here to either side of Kansas City, you've seen a Z somewhere on somebody else's car.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Word of mouth has done well, but the word of mouth only does well if the salesperson from the start does well.
Yeah, so, we actually had a customer over in literally India, the country, with a Z tag. They found a Z tag. Yeah, well, there's a Z tag on the back of the vehicle. One of our customers was there and took a picture and sent it to us. So the Z's are literally everywhere.
Everywhere, across the world.
Yeah. Since you are our manager that typically goes through all the unsold showroom visits, does the day-to-day tasks, making sure everyone stays on top of their stuff. What do you think sets your sales team apart from other sales teams in the business?
I would have to say the family aspect to a T. Not only are we all trying to pull in the same direction, but outside of sales, I think we have a lot of bonds and friendships here that, just today, me and Robert Burns got into a little squabble, but then 20 minutes later, we're giving each other daps and then telling each other we love you. And then, at the end of the day, and then, an hour later, he's asking me about a deal and helping out another customer. So I think the ability to kind of flip back and forth between the sales side and the family side kind of makes us, as a dealership and as a sales staff, set apart. They're not going to a place where people are miserable all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
They feel like this is really just a job. We're here, we're here 40, 50, 55, 60 hours a week. You have to be able to kind of guide where we're doing the sales stuff, but also too, we talk about sports, we talk about family, we talk about amazing little girls named Demi.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that go into, we're all here to do a job and serve a customer, but we all actually really care about the other person that we're with or sitting alongside. So
yeah, I mean, we're here more than we're at home most days. So
Mhm.
yeah, we definitely are a family. To wrap things up here, is there anything that you want potential or sold customers to know about Zeck Ford and kind of just
Yeah, if I can say what I want you to know is I want you to know you're coming to a place that genuinely, truly cares about you as an individual. There's been plenty of times, myself and others, where if we can't help you here, we'll at least guide you somewhere else. I think that's in having friends that work at other dealerships across the metro area. I think that kind of the same thing where I've had to send them places down there where I can't help you here, but I may have a car somewhere else.
yeah,
I think that our actual us being genuine as a dealership and as people really set us apart. And when you come here, just know that even if you don't buy a car here, I mean that's the goal. We want you to buy a car here and have the Zeck experience.
absolutely.
But going somewhere else, or at least having the guidance and people that are actually genuine toward you, I think really sets us apart and really is something you should look forward to coming here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and taking a short amount of time out of your day and just to go over. We want our customers to feel like they know us before they even walk through the door. So that's the purpose of this. So
Absolutely.
join us next week for bloopers.